Hello. Pools are perfect for holding water. You know what doesn't hold water very well? Computers. My name's Colton, and thank you for attending my speech or watching it in this video. So, now that I have your attention and why you're still captivated, I want to let you know exactly why you're listening. And I personally think that everyone that is interested in my speech or will be interested in this speech because of a couple reasons. One, it gives you a basic idea of what IT might turn into for one's personal experience. However, I'm not saying that this will apply to everyone. It will vary from person to person on their general experience. Tonight, though, I would like to talk to everyone about the advantages of working within the IT field and how one might not do exactly IT tasks, but still be in the IT department. So this can range from job to job. Not every person is going to have the same experience, like I said. So just because you work in security, you might actually do security things. As some of you might have experience with past jobs, a title might allude to something that this job might not be exactly what it is. So for instance, just because the title of a job says biochemical waste disposal, the job might sound awesome, but it could be cleaning up poop for porta potties. Let's be honest. It might not be, disposing of some sort of biochemical nuclear waste or something along those lines. I'm not trying to scare anyone away from cybersecurity or information technology or even biochemical waste disposal. One might end up looking at the news, on cyber websites to ensure that there's been no zero-day attacks for imminent threats against the specific servers. So, that could be something that cybersecurity could be doing all day, not quite just firewalls. Throughout my interviews that I have conducted during this quarter in CMST 320, 2 out of my 3 individuals that I interviewed all talked about how they don't necessarily conduct actual IT experiences within their job, but instead just manage as an assistant, if you will, and conduct tasks outside of their daily duties that was in job description. For example, one of the IT individuals or my interviewees that I had the privilege to interview, it was not her actual job to be an assistant per se. It was more of an IT manager. But her boss, basically what she does is she schedules her bosses and the people around her for appointments that they need to make, whether it's meetings or appointments outside the company or inside the company. And that's what she does all day as an IT individual. So it wasn't in her job description. That's just kind of what she got put into eventually. However, she does still handle firewalls and other Server 2016 functions, but not nearly as much as being an assistant. So, on the bright side, all of my interviewees did tell me that they might not love the people that they work with. That might be every job, but they do love the benefits and the pay that it comes with. So, therefore, it sounds like the benefits can outweigh a bad job in this field. So, one of my interviewees even told me that, and I quote, she doesn't care if other people know her pay. She does it for the job because it's a good job. So, and now some of you are wondering, what did I learn? I learned to ask or pay close attention to what jobs are entailing, or ask other individuals that currently work at that company about what they do. So this is to ensure that my possible future career is going to be exactly what I thought it meant to be. During the interview process, I will make sure that not only I ask about what the day-to-day tasks are, but what the job fully entails. What can I expect in the day-to-day routine or the week-to-week routine? This way I don't come into an IT position blind. I know exactly what I'm looking for or getting myself into. Additionally, just because you do things outside the job description could potentially create a better employee. This makes one look like they go above and beyond, even though they were asked to do the tasks outside the job field description. People definitely notice this sort of thing when an individual is going going somewhere to do something else, to do better for their company, I guess. So it might not be the individual that told them to do that task. It might be the boss of that boss. So the boss of that boss doesn't really see the smaller tasks. They see maybe a report of what that individual has done that month or that week or even that day. So you could get a report and be like, hey, this person went and got this certificate today, even though that individual was absolutely told by their boss to go do that. The boss above them might not know that, however, but it does make that individual look better. So on a show of hands, I guess, since this is a video, in the comment section below, if you could just let me know if you struggled to make the time limit of the first interview, assuming that your second interview went better because we all made critiques, I assume. So admittedly, my first interview was a bit janky and barely made the time. However, looking back through the course material, I was able to create a better second interview and third for sure. I think it's better when interviewing to sit across from the individual when you were speaking, not so much at a 90-degree angle. So my first interview, I kind of sat next to the individual and had a closer interview with that other person. So, and honestly, I'm not sure if that could have created a better time difference sitting across from them rather than next to them. But I definitely think it made the speaking to the individual easier. So applying this technique from the book where I sit across from the interview for my second individual definitely helped increase my time. I'm not going to say that I added more questions. I did add 2 or 3 questions, but that's not going to add 30 minutes to my interview. Maybe the other individual is also a better speaker or went better at answering questions during that time. So that's definitely from my personal experience and what I've learned from this. Did anyone else have an experience like that, or just go ahead and again leave a comment at the bottom? And I'm just looking for something to see so I can get a better understanding myself for future interviews. Within the confines of my speech, I briefly described personal experiences that may occur to people, the personal experiences that the interviewees had, what I learned from them, and how to use the course material and how I applied those to my interview. So pools are indeed perfect for holding water. Recap from the top, just to make sure that everyone is working. Or sorry, I'm getting flustered now. The job you are working is actually what you want to do, and is actually confines of within the job description. So the key takeaway here that I want everyone to walk away with, or leave this video with, is that make sure that you know what the day-to-day routines of that interview is, and not just what the job description just is describing. That way you know what you are going to be getting yourself into. And thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to leave comments. Thank you.